Hello everyone, Grandmaster AKOBIAN with 1000 GM. I'm here with my student Jonathan MACHTIG, and we're looking at the Los Angeles Super Sweets event with 42 players. And here we have the game between YANAYT and Robert PEREZ. PEREZ doesn't have a title, but he's a high-ranked player, about 2300 plus US FIDE rating. And let's see if YANAYT can get a good position. He's playing with the white pieces. So we have C4, knight F6, knight C3, English defense with a G3 setup. Bishop B4, castles. And we saw a similar opening choice in Ashrita's game. C6, A3, attacking the bishop. Excuse me. Yeah, so now takes. I don't know about encouraging black to take because it really doubles up the pawn. I would just probably play a move like D3 and try to go bishop D2. I don't like to have double pawns.
On purpose.
I don't like this move that much because it's also encouraging him to take.
Same idea with the Rosalimo, right? You don't want to do that with the Rosalimo.
Well, yeah, it's sometimes it's okay, but here actually got traded up, so it's probably okay for white. Now D4. Ooh, I don't know about that D4.
Locks it up.
Play D3. Mm-hmm. This is what I would do: D3, and then put the bishop here.
Yeah.
Here. 95.
It's a good place for the knight.
F3. Trying to open up the lines. Takes. Knight takes E4. Now there's a pressure on C3, okay. And now C4 plate. It seems like white is doing all right now. You cannot take the E4 is hanging, but this knight is going to get trade off, and this is very important. Oh, F6. I'm not sure about this move. This looks very nice. Knight D7. Try to get rid of the knight, and if let's say take, bishop takes D5.
Yeah.
Maintaining the blockade on the E file. Takes. Look at this. That's a very nice blockade now on the light squares.
Very strong.
So instead, Robert played F6. I'm not sure about this move. It's a little bit weak.
It goes against our rules. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing F6. We're not a big fan of playing F6. Knight D3 back. Knight F4.
Except for that one Robert Sherlenko game, which was awesome.
Yeah. And now take, Queen B3, Queen is D7. So we have this position where white has two bishops, and we always prefer the bishops. But here the knights are very well placed, and they're blockading. So it's hard to tell who has the advantage here. I think it's just roughly equal here. Mm-hmm. Some people will choose white because of the bishop. Some people will like the knights because they're blockading. So one thing is clear. If somehow the light square bishop comes off the board, then black will have a big advantage. So he has to try to keep those bishops on the board. Now F5, G4, now King H8.
Huh.
Now threatening to take the rook. On F4, you couldn't take it earlier because you were pinned on this diagonal. So takes, and now knight C3. Putting pressure on E2.
Mm-hmm.
G6.
Ooh, weakening the king's structure way more.
Really weakening move, and now he returns the favor with the blunder back. Just rook F3. Now, after G6, the blocking is super weak.
Yeah.
Check King H1. If you take, you're just going to get pinned, and rook D1, you're going to lose the knight because you're pinned.
You'll lose more, too, because all the opening diagonals.
Rook AF1. And the attack is just going to be too strong. The knights look threatening, but they're not really doing too much here. And after Queen B2, it's going to be a very strong attack.
Mm-hmm.
White. So he goes. But he played Rook F7 instead, and that allowed check. King F1. If King H1, I guess he didn't like to move Queen G4. Actually, very interesting here. And if you take, you actually get mated here. Check, takes, check. Can I go to G1? Have to interpose.
Mate.
Yeah. So that's why I play King F1. Now Rook F8, trading
material, trade off a knight.
And now you're losing the bishop.
Mm-hmm.
But looks like the game was decided by a blunder here. D5 is a blunder.
Ooh.
You should just play Queen E6. And it's a game on. A little bit of an advantage for black, but it's a game on still, okay? But he played this move and he totally overlooked Knight C5. Because now takes,
check. And then check, and then you're just going to overload. Yeah.
I guess that bishop E3 is this. Check. And a clever shish kebab skewer.
That is a shish kebab right there. Yeah. Sad shish kebab.
Strong shish kebab. And now check. And he's just trying to win it for free. So it's important to win it for free, because if you leave it the bishop and rook, there's still small chances. But this way, Robert, when he had a chance, he was very precise. Very interesting game, sharp game. It looks like Eugene had some chances as well at some point after G6, Robert's mistake, but position was very complicated. And with both players having at the end a couple of minutes, Perez played a little bit more precisely and managed to win this game.
Great clutch.
Very sharp and interesting game in the English opening. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll be back with more coverage for you.